Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Siti Solehati. I want to tell about a prophet story. Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Who is Muhammad? Muhammad was a prophet and a founder of Islam. Born in Mecca in 570. Most of his life was initially spent as a trader. At the age of 40, he began to get revelation from God, which became the basis of the Al-Quran and the foundation of Islam. In 630, he had united most of the Arab under the religions. In 2015, there were more than 1 until 8 billion Muslims in the world who declared, "There is no God but Allah and Muhammad his prophet." The life of Muhammad. Muhammad was born around 578 in Mecca, now in Saudi Arabia. His father died before he was born, and he was raised by his grandfather and later his uncle. He came from a pure family of a respectable tribe of Quraysh. The family was active in Mecca politics and trade. Early in his teenage years, Muhammad worked in camel caravan, following in the footsteps of many of his age, born of very little working of his uncle. He gained experience in commercial trade, traveling to Syria and finally from the Mediterranean Sea to the Indian Ocean. Later, Muhammad gained a reputation as a honest and sincere person, earning the nickname Al-Amin, which means faithful and trustworthy. Prophet Muhammad. Muhammad was also very religious, sometimes making devotion trips to holy place near Mecca. In one of his pilgrimages in 610, he meditated in a cave on Mount Jabal an-Nur. Angel Gabriel appeared and delivered the word of God. Islamic tradition states that the first person to believe was his wife Khadijah and his close friend Abu Bakr, considered the successor of gather small flowers. Initially not meeting resistance, most people in Mecca ignored it or they ridiculed it only as other prophet. However, when his message condemned idolatry and politism, many Meccan tribe leaders began to see Muhammad and his message as a threat besides being contrary to the belief that long existed. Between 624 and 628, Muslims were involved in a series of battles to survive. In the last major confrontation, the Battle of the Trenches and the Siege of Medina, Muhammad and his followers won and agreement was signed. The agreement was violated by Meccan allies, and years later, at this time Muhammad had a lot of strength and the balance of power he saved is saved the Meccan ladder to him at 630. Muslim soldiers marched to Mecca, taking the city with minimum casualties. Muhammad gave an amnesty to many Meccan leaders who opposed him and forgave many others. Most of the inhabitants of Mecca converted to Islam. Muhammad and his followers then proceeded to destroy all state of Agad in and around the Kaaba. Muhammad did after the conflict with Mecca was finally resolved. Muhammad took his first Islamic pilgrimage to the city and in March 632. He delivered his final sermon on Mount Arafah after returning to Medina to his wife's house. He filled it for several days. He did on June 8, 632, at the age of 62, and was buried the Nabawi Mosque, Prophet Mosque, one of the first mosques built by Muhammad in Medina. I think enough my story about a prophet. If many mistake, please forgive me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.